Good morning, and welcome to Transaction TV. I'm your host, Anthony Atanasio, CEO of Hawk Strategies, and joining me today is my good friend Dale Errico, Vice President of Business Development for Railroad Construction Company. Dale, thanks so much for being with us here today.
Thank you very much for having me. It's a great honor. Been looking forward to this for years.
Do you know, it's the 50th anniversary of Transaction, and you and I are known for doing the circuit. I try to keep up with you, but
Thank you.
but for the 50th anniversary, right, this is the biggest, the best, the most vibrant transaction yet. How are you feeling about the conference?
Oh, I feel it's great. I mean, it's really exploded since the years when I used to first come here. I mean, you had a couple hundred, maybe 500 maximum. Now we're almost up to the 1,500 level
Almost,
mark
we
right
hit
now.
1,400 this year.
I'm saying it's unbelievable. I mean, everybody and anybody that's in the construction industry is here. I mean, if you're not here, you're missing out.
Right.
You know, this is where the movers and shakers, the developers all come about to find out the future of what's happening.
Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned that. When I first worked at New Jersey Transit in 2010, I came to my first transaction, and there were 700 people.
Yeah.
And we eclipsed 1,400 yesterday
Yeah.
for the full conference. So it is the place to be, and if you're here, it's definitely the place to be. So we're glad to have you here on Transaction TV. So why don't you tell our audience, a lot of people do know Railroad Construction. You're one of the larger construction companies in the region, but why don't you tell us a little bit about the company, its history, because I know you have a major milestone, and then your role at the company.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Railroad construction started in 1926, just as a little rail contractor and everything. And over the years evolved probably in the late 1900s into a full heavy civil contractor doing roadways, track work, still keeping with the roots. And then we went and also purchased a electrical company. We built a building division. We have a steel fabricating shop, and we just kept going. And then we grew out of the state of New Jersey, and then went from Boston all the way down to Virginia currently.
Wow.
Right now. So we do into design build work. We're probably doing a couple $100 million a year in design build work, up in Boston, Connecticut, and Virginia, and down in Maryland as well. So we've really grown tremendously right now. And we originally were owned by the Delawisio family.
Yes.
And now in the past 5 years, we became an ESOP company.
Oh, congratulations.
So
to
yeah,
you.
that was a great hurdle. That was a great honor and stuff like that. So it's
Well, you really got skin in the game now.
I got
right?
skin in the game
You're an
now.
owner.
Yep. That's why hashtag full throttle.
There
All
we
in.
go, all in. I love it. And congratulations to you, to the Delawesios, and to everyone who was involved. I represent J. Fletcher Kramer, and our firms. The firms are
Yep.
well aligned, and there's a lot of camaraderie, because to last 100 years
Yeah.
is a testament to the quality of the firm, the quality of its work, the quality of its people.
Yes.
So cheers to you on behalf of the entire transaction community.
Yes.
Congratulations on 100 years.
Thank you.
That's a big deal.
Yes.
And you're the director of business development.
Yep.
So that's why we see you everywhere, all day, every day.
That's why you have to see me. I have to get the company name out. I have to, introduce us to, newcomers and everything, and make sure that we can have the opportunity to work together and meet with people. And like you've said, it's good to have that camaraderie in the organizations so that you can all work together and benefit each other. So this way we can make New Jersey stronger.
That's great. And that's a great transition to my last question for you, which is, I was joking before about how you and I run around all the time, but we do. You and I get around probably to more events than most people.
That is correct.
And we see a lot of what's happening in the transportation community, the agencies, the associations and industries. It's an interesting time in the New Jersey transportation community. There's a lot of opportunity, there's funding, but there's also a lot of question marks, there's concerns. It's a swirl right now. What are you seeing, and what would you like to see for the future of the transportation industry and community?
I'd like to, it would be a point where we can actually get people organized so that we can develop New Jersey, and that we can have a direction, a focus on, where's the funding at, where is the designing at, where's the planning at, where's the permitting at. We need to streamline that a little quicker, a little more detailed, and less, so that we can get these projects out, get these projects going. Because we've heard about that the big jobs are coming. We've seen some trickles here and there, but the real heart of New Jersey, the big jobs are still forthcoming, and
Right.
hopefully they come sooner than later, so that we can get this state back up and running in the condition that it needs to be running in right now.
Yeah, I mean, to be a corridor state that is not investing in its infrastructure at the rate that some of our neighboring states are, and even not just neighboring states, the states that are looking to poach our talent
Yes.
and get them to move out, right? I think our community has the ability to keep people here in New Jersey
Yes.
if we have the best transportation network in the country.
Yes.
And that's what you're saying we need to get back to.
We need to
right?
get
Yeah.
that back. We need to get that established, and we need to hone in on that so that we can get New Jersey's jobs up and running, and with the qualified people that we have and that we should keep here
Right.
in New Jersey.
We do have the best construction industry in the country. We're biased, but there's still a lot of founder-owned or family-owned or personally owned companies.
Yes.
These people live here, they work here, and they care about the state. So personally, on behalf of Transaction, we'd love for Transaction to continue to be the voice of that community.
Yes.
And to work with you and other responsible members of the construction community to get to that future.
Absolutely.
So, well, Dale, Errico, thank you so much for being with us today. Dale is truly a leader in the industry, and also a long-suffering Jets fan with myself. So we're gearing up for another year of pain together. And but we'll be here next year to see how that year went.
There you go.
Too,
There
right?
you go.
So, but thank you so much for being here.
No.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for this episode of Transaction TV.
Thank you. I look forward to that selfie.
Yeah, let's do it.